Considering a move to Canada? While the country is often celebrated for its natural beauty, diversity, and welcoming atmosphere, it's crucial to explore the nuances that may not be readily apparent. Today, we will delve into the top 10 reasons not to relocate to Canada. Harsh weather conditions. If you're envisioning picturesque scenes of softly falling snow and enjoying warm cider, think again. Much of Canada experiences extreme weather, with snowstorms and strong winds leading to massive drifts that can bury your car and require hours of effort to clear. Ice storms are also a reality, sometimes causing prolonged power outages. For over half the year, the weather can be cold, icy, and gloomy. Highly progressive society. Canada is widely known for its strong liberal values, which may pose a challenge for individuals coming from more conservative or religious backgrounds. While liberalism has been a cornerstone of Canadian society for many years, extreme manifestations of it can lead to societal divisions. An illustrative example is a recent incident where a Canadian teacher, a biological male identifying as a female, chose to wear oversized prosthetic breasts and short shorts while teaching a shop class. The school board endorsed this expression, asserting a commitment to non-discrimination. This incident has sparked protests from students and parents who feel compelled to tolerate behaviors they view as unconventional due to Canada's and the school's exceptionally liberal stance of accepting a wide range of expressions. Shift in school culture. In several schools, there's a perception that being heterosexual is considered less fashionable, and some parents express concerns that children are being introduced to sexual and transgender topics at a younger age than they find appropriate. Similar issues to those encountered in the USA are prevalent in Canada, possibly to a greater degree. However, due to the predominant left-leaning orientation of the media, these concerns may not receive as much attention. Challenges in information access. The concern about the majority of Canadians not being aware of the broader context indicates a challenge in accessing diverse and unbiased information. Relying solely on government-backed sources may limit the public's understanding of events, reinforcing the importance of seeking information from a variety of perspectives and sources. High cost of living. Living expenses in Canada are notably high, and incomes generally lag behind those in the United States. In regions like the West Coast, particularly Vancouver, the real estate market is exceptionally pricey. A moderately average house is listed at a staggering $2.3 million, requiring a substantial down payment of $300,000. With current interest rates, monthly mortgage payments would amount to $13,354.41. Earning enough to cover such costs upon relocation to Canada might be challenging. Poverty and wages in Canada. The assumption that everyone in Canada must be affluent to afford the high living costs is far from accurate. In reality, wages in Canada are often notably lower than those in the USA, prompting numerous Canadians to seek better earning opportunities south of the border. Immigrants, too, express dismay at the relatively low pay levels, regretting their decisions to move. A comment from an Australian immigrant captures this sentiment. The cost of living compared to wages and opportunities is atrocious. How people can support a family on these wages is nothing short of a miracle. Taxation woes in Canada. The level of taxes in Canada has reached an alarming point, with the total tax burden for the average Canadian family soaring by a remarkable 1,624% since 1961. The long-standing argument that justified high taxes, citing superior healthcare and well-maintained roads, is now facing skepticism. Despite the substantial tax contributions, essential services like healthcare have experienced a decline in quality. In certain areas, such as where the commentator resides, there is a staggering 3-year waiting list to see a family doctor. Referral waiting times from general practitioners to specialists vary widely. spanning from 20 weeks to over 1 year. Healthcare struggles. A visit to a hospital emergency room in Quebec carries a 50% chance of waiting at least 4 hours. And online stories recount instances of people enduring waits exceeding 10 hours to see an emergency doctor. Adding to the concerns, some hospitals have no emergency physicians on staff, creating a worrisome scenario for individuals facing emergencies in Canada. Infrastructure woes and government transparency. The state of roads in many places across Canada is far from ideal, and frustrations compound as the current Liberal government appears opaque about the allocation of citizens' funds. Despite this frustration, a notable aspect of Canadian culture is a reluctance to engage in discussions or seek solutions. When citizens express concerns or grievances, the prevailing response often echoes a sentiment of, "If you don't like Canada, then leave." Concerns about government narrative. Critics argue that the close financial ties between the government and media outlets may result in a lack of critical reporting, with a tendency to present a positive image of the government. This perceived bias can lead to the marginalization of dissenting opinions, as views contrary to the government narrative may be labeled as racist or terrorist. Unpopular politics and hashtag movement. The emergence of the hashtag Trudeau must go, hashtag as the #1 trend on Twitter, reflects a sentiment among a significant number of Canadians who have expressed dissatisfaction with Prime Minister Trudeau. The use of such a hashtag suggests a platform for individuals to voice their discontent, especially those who feel marginalized or labeled as undesirable for speaking out against the government. The mention of the SNC Lavalin affair and the We charity group reflects the challenges and controversies that have surrounded the current administration. These scandals have contributed to public skepticism and a call for accountability within the government. Immigrant challenges. The assertion that immigrants with professional backgrounds often face difficulties in having their foreign qualifications recognized and may need to start from scratch in Canada. It highlights potential barriers to career advancement and integration. In summary, the use of social media hashtags and the mention of political scandals indicate a complex political landscape in Canada, where citizens express their opinions and concerns through various channels. The perception of transparency in both government and corporate sectors is a crucial consideration for those contemplating a move to Canada. As we conclude our exploration of 10 reasons not to relocate to Canada, it's evident that, like any country, Canada presents a complex tapestry of experiences and challenges. While it boasts numerous strengths, it's equally important to be aware of potential drawbacks, from issues of freedom of expression to the intricacies of immigration and the impact of government decisions on daily life. Prospective immigrants should indeed conduct thorough research and consider multiple perspectives before deciding to move to any country. Understanding the political, social, and economic landscape is crucial in making informed decisions about relocation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Moxie Compass for more travel activities like this. Until next time!